What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the debut album from the band Spectral Manifest, entitled Spectral Manifest. This is released on Ossuary Industries. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Houston, Texas, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very dark, mystical, an altogether crushing hybrid of both black metal and death metal, or as this band likes to refer to themselves as, wraith metal. My first introductions to this band were by way of this band's drummer, Kryptos, who runs probably one of the most well-respected and well-regarded underground labels in the state of Texas, the Dread Lair. It was because of the Dread Lair I was able to get acquainted with some of the great bands and artists to represent the state of Texas. Bands like Plutonian Shore or Maestas or Nospherian or Funeral Rites. And of course, his own band, Spectral Manifest. They have a really gritty, aggressive, and hard-working approach when it comes to their style of black and death metal. And over the years, this has been a band that has pretty much put in a great deal of hard work and gratitude to the metal underground with their live performances, their stage presence, their overall musical delivery. It just really hit home, and it definitely is for the genuine lover of black and death metal. Once word got out that there was going to be a full-length album from this band, their debut, so to speak, I was excited. And I was very interested in the fact that this was going to be released on a label like Ossuary Industries, another very well-regarded Texas-based metal label. But the thing is, Ossuary Industries is sort of predominantly known for, predominantly known for brutal death metal releases. Most notably stuff like Meat Hook or Forceps, or even stuff like from this year with bands like Desecrate the Faith or Torn the Fuck Apart. I mean, this is a brutal death metal label at heart. But this is something completely groundbreaking, I would say. Them venturing into a different sort of soundscape and territory. And I was very excited to hear how this would play out on a label like Ossuary Industries. And now here we are with their self-titled debut full-length. It's 8 tracks, and it clocks in at around 33 minutes in length. And this is definitely a great full-circle culmination of everything that this band has done over the years, and they deliver a very finely tuned piece of black and death metal. You can definitely hear it within this band's music and songwriting. The riff work here is just so tremendous. This is where the black metal aspect of this band comes around. I really love the way that these riffs sound and they're structured. It almost has a mid-90s sort of Dark Throne vibe to it. I mean, Panzerfaust's Total Death era Dark Throne. I can definitely pick up those sort of vibes within the guitar riffs. I mean, you hear it on songs like Portal to Origins and Spiritual Gallows. I mean, the guitar riffs are just so thick and meaty sounding. I love the execution. I love the way that they're played, and it definitely feels very gritty and very blazing at times. Even to the lengthier tracks on this album, like Fate of the Disgraced and Transcending the Macrocosm. I mean, just the guitar playing on those tracks are just sensational. I mean, Depravis is a really good guitar player, and he definitely owns every single track that appears on here. The bass work is very good too. I definitely think that this is more likely than anything a record that is dominated by the guitar riff work, but I think Ulford does a really great job here with his bass tone. He's a very menacing bassist when you see him play live, but on record, I think he does some very good work here as well. Definitely maintains the nice, even tone of everything throughout this entire listen. Moving on to the drums, once again, I mentioned my good buddy Kryptos. He is a great drummer. And listening to this drum performance on here definitely feels very old school and very natural. I'm loving the double bass, I'm loving the blast beats, and I'm loving the variations of things, even to the more mid-pace and faster moments of this entire record. His drum performance is definitely stellar all the way throughout. Nothing feels too fast or too slow. Every song, every every structure, every drum performance on here just really speaks volumes here. And Kryptos definitely makes this drum performance work. It is very entertaining to listen to. And when it comes to the vocals, once again, going to their frontman, Depravis, I think his vocals are really awesome. It can range from being very guttural and evil sounding to almost straight up demented and scary when it comes to the more growling sort of screams. I definitely think he handles his vocals extremely well here. He too is also a very menacing figure to watch, but once you hear him speak and talk, he definitely holds the floor very perfectly here. Once again, going back to tracks like Spiritual Gallows, I would say he does a really amazing job on that particular song. Just his vocal performance there, to even the shortest song on here, one of the shortest tracks on here, to Cold Interstellar Winds. I just think he does an amazing vocal performance on that particular song. But more likely than anything, he commands your attention all the way throughout this entire album, and it is amazing to hear his vocal varieties present here. So overall, if you're a fan of black metal, death metal, if you're into Entombed, Left Hand Path, Clandestine Entombed, mid-90s Dark Throne, Asphyx, you definitely have something to enjoy with Spectral Manifest. This is going to be a band that definitely lives up to their hard work and determination, and with this debut, it's only a sign of greater things to come for this band. So, if I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say Portal to Origins, Spiritual Gallows, Fate of the Disgraced, and Forbidden Arts. That's another really amazing track on here. So I'm going to leave you a link to the song Portal to Origins where you can give it a listen and figure out if you want to get more deep into this band's musical sound and style. And I will also link you to the Ossuary Industries store where you can purchase a physical copy of this album. Yeah, I love this packaging. Awesome sworn artwork. Nice CD packaging, and of course you got the band members right here. You got Depravis, Kryptos, and you got Ulfa right there. So I'm going to show you the album again. This is Spectral Manifest with Spectral Manifest. This is released on Ossuary Industries. Definitely support this. I'm going to give this a very strong 8.5 out of 10. Very awesome Black Death from Houston, Texas. Definitely support Spectral Manifest. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for joining my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.